Hey everyone, welcome back to another live stream working in Unreal Engine 4 with Project Hero using C++, blueprints, the gameplay ability system, and all that good jazz. How to create a game from scratch. We're going to try to do like a survival RPG kind of game. I guess now that Valheim is out, it's kind of going to be like Valheim, but we're going to just see what we can build. So where we left off last time, we have our character, we can sheath and unsheath and stuff, and we can hit these trees and it drops resources. The resources, they do kind of drop through the world, so we need to fix some collision stuff, but we should be able to pick them up, and everything is prototyped in Blueprint, so we do want to fix that and convert it to C++. So this is test item. So we did add some code, it looks like, because I don't see all of it. So we have the interactive foliage, right? It has the so this interactive foliage has the on-hit implementation, and we're passing in a vector, but we're doing something. Oh yeah, on the notify. We're calling hit on this actor. We're drawing a sphere, and we're passing in a hit location, right? And I guess in test item, in the construction script, yeah, we're adding a velocity and stuff like that, which is all fun and stuff, but we want to kind of clean that up and make that all code. So the first thing first, I want to make sure that this item, so it has collision, so it's not ticking, so that's good. So we have collision, but this is the pickup collision, right? And we have the item mesh, which has no collision. And that's on purpose. We need to update our collision stuff. So we have item. So we need to make like a landscape one. So new object channel. Let's say landscape. And then another one we're gonna call foliage. And then I think we need to just refresh. No, do we? Oh, I guess we do have to add it. Okay, we're gonna call it landscape. Used for all landscape foliage. And we'll say collision enabled, and we're going to say it's foliage. No, we want it landscape. Landscape is going to block everything, except it's going to ignore item. I think that's good. Now we need to make foliage. And foliage, we'll say collision. Call it foliage. Used for foliage. It's gonna block everything. It's gonna be foliage, but it's going to ignore item. And I think I confused that with landscape. So let's go back to landscape. So used for landscape. And it's gonna block everything. So I think that's what we have to do. Now this is our landscape. We're gonna make it landscape. Now our test item, our item mesh, is going to be item. I think that should be it. And then our tree. We can make it foliage. So foliage ignores item. And item. I think item should ignore foliage as well. Just so we have it both ways. How's it going, Shakama? I feel sexy when people call me sexy. I appreciate it. Everything's good. I had a decent day at work. Now we're just setting up collisions and stuff, and we're gonna move some of our blueprint prototype things to C++. So that's what we're in the middle of right now. Just trying to make sure our collisions are set up between our landscape, our foliage, our items. So let's look at foliage again. Edit. So foliage should ignore item. Yes. Now item should also ignore foliage. So it should be okay. So how much you got paid to be for me to be? You're gonna be my. You can be. Let's do it for free. We can be free senpais together. Okay, so that works. So we hit our tree, and then we can pick it up. So basically this is like our quote unquote wood. So we're picking up wood, for example. So we get that working, everything's good. So now let's slowly move things to C++. So the oak tree is a hero interactive foliage. So we'll probably want to make a class for what item it should spawn, right? So let's disconnect that. The YouTube tutorial. Yeah, I like those YouTube tutorials. It's like, guy makes Minecraft in an hour. It's like, okay. Doubt it, I suppose. Like, you probably copied and pasted code, or you've done the code already. Games take a while. Depending on the scope, but, you know, at least 48 hours you can get a game, because we have game jams. All right, so we need to make a class. So let's go into our hero interactive foliage class. So it's gonna be a base item that we want to have. So how do we create that class? I always forget the syntax here. UE4 plus spawn actor. Variable? I don't know. Not sure if that's the right question to ask. Let's see. Yes, T subclass of. There we go. So let's make it public. We'll make it a U property. Blueprint, read write. Category. Item. Now T sub class of. Now we're gonna do class. What's it gonna be? A item. A hero item base. Then item to spawn. Feel like that's kosher. Now we have this on hits, right? So now we have to, I believe, which we need world. I don't need. Let me just make sure we have to include it. UE4 plus include world. U world. There we go. Now we have to say, what? U world equals get world. And then if world, what would we say? We might have to include this class that we're spawning at. Hash include hero item? No. Is it not? Yeah, there is item. Okay. So we got item base. So we should be able to say a hero item base spawned item equals world spawn. We're gonna do deferred spawning again. So on this hit implementation, we are passing in the vector. Just notice that. So we gotta make a transform. F transform spawn transform equals. What's the best way to easily make a transform in C++? Make a transform. Okay, so they're constructed with an initial translation, so maybe we can do that. So can we just say like okay, so that looks valid so far. So it needs a U class, so we can do spawn to item, I hope. No. Item to spawn. Spawn transform. Owner. I mean, I guess this can be the owner. Okay, so it needs the pawn instigator. Do we really want to pass in? I guess maybe we should, just for safety. Maybe we would need to reference it at certain stages. So let's go back to our on-hit implementation. So here's our interaction interface. And then we need to do class a hero character. Instigator. Maybe we could do something like that. Now we just need to. I guess we would have to include this. Yeah, it might be cleaner if we include it. So hero, and then just hero character. That way we could just do this. Oh, yeah, we could just do that. Now we should be able to copy and paste that. And then we need to update this. Now we should be able to pass in the instigator. Now we need to make a collision handle. So E spawn actor collision handling method. E collision. I forgot. E spawn actor collision. Oops. E spawn actor method collision handle equals. Can we just say E that and then what? Always spawn. Then we could just say Oh yeah, we need to update that. I always get confused on what I need to do for spawn actor deferred. We did it earlier and I forget what we did, but... Okay, so we got that signature, and now we gotta go back into our notify. And we have character. So we should be able to pass in that. Let's do a compile and just see what bad news we get. Hydrate. I'm on it. Oh shit, I don't have water actually. Okay, hold on. I don't know what I would do without you, Sandra. Okay. Okay, so the name instigator hides class members. We gotta change the name of that. So let's go into our interface. We'll call it player instigator. Now, where do we update that? We don't have to name it there. The attack notify, we don't really have to name it there. So now in here, do that. I don't know if we'll need to include this class for the character. Let's see. We'll probably still have the error with the spawn actor deferred, but hopefully we'll get rid of those other errors. Okay. Oh. Gotta update that there. Wait, is that good? No. I forgot how we wrote this originally in the old prototype. You are like my flower. The longer you are hydrated, the longer you will make my mundane life better. Aww. Very sweet of you, Sandra. Do I have to do something like that? No, right? No. So T, world spawn difficulty. You class. Not to do template argument for type T. I might have to look at my own YouTube videos to see how I did this deferred spawning last time. Isn't that ironic? So here's deferred spawning. I think it was towards the end. No. Guess I could show you what I'm looking at. So I have to maybe... do that? I don't know. No. um. Oh. You have to write this. Your item base. Derp. We got the baby. Okay. So now, in theory, so right now we're not spawning it in Blueprint. We're spawning it in C++. So let's see if that works. Okay, it's not working because there should be that variable. What's it called? Item to spawn. That's interesting. Why doesn't that have it? Hero interactive foliage. It's public. It's a U property. Okay, so it's right here. Item to spawn. That's weird. I would imagine it would be in the class defaults, and it's not. Did I write that in a bad way? Oh, yeah. Edit anywhere. Whoopsie. We're making baby steps. I'm just gonna quickly test the gift, make sure the position's right. Does that look centered? No. No, that's the alert box. Yeah, no, that's not centered at all. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. So now if we go back into our foliage, this is set to foliage, right? I think I should also set that as the base collision preset by default, just so I don't have to keep going around and doing that. So class defaults, item to spawn, here we go. BP test item. So it doesn't seem like it's spawning. Do we see it here? No. Interesting. Why? Let's not worry about anything on begin play or on overlap. Let's just see if he'll just spawn. So there's this item. We know it kind of exists. Okay, let's see if does it even get to that stage. Alright, so it doesn't even reach that. Let's see. Gotta go to solutions. So the next place to check is our notify. Okay, notify gets hit. Obviously, because we get the debug sphere. So it should work. That's very confusing that it doesn't. Just a second. So it extends hero base actor, and that has the hero interaction interface. Curious. I remember it was working, I thought. Fuck. So let's go back to interaction interface. So we have on hit, and we're passing in the character. So because it's a Blueprint native event, I don't think so. Let's see if the Blueprint event gets called. So we gotta go to our tree. And we could just throw an instigator into there. Now we should, let's see if something spawns. Yes. Okay. Okay, so what is, so playing a month, yeah, I don't care. Why is that not getting called? That's so curious. Let me cut that. Let me delete that. Let me pre-implementation. Paste that back. Now, in our notify, we can keep that print string. I don't think we need to include it, but let's go ahead and include character. My concern is that maybe it's this whole Blueprint native event thing. So we might have to look up about how interfaces work again. So go into our tree. Let's just make sure nothing's spawning. Yep. Okay. Yeah, still nothing. Okay. Let's comment out the Blueprint native event. All right. Seems like it doesn't like that, but we'll see what happens. Nope. Okay. So it needs to be there. What's his name? Dev enabled. Oh, yeah. Going to actual YouTube. C++ interfaces. Made a video recently. Well, that's a year ago. There's a newer one, right? So let's. So Blueprint native event, but it didn't have Blueprint callable. Okay, so maybe I'm missing that override. Oh, okay. So I need to add the pure function. So this one could be void. This one needs to be virtual void on hit override. Oh, I need to. What's wrong? Let's see what's wrong. All right, so it's not overriding any base class methods. Is it because this needs to have it? Yeah, maybe. Okay, I believe I can say something like this. In hero base actor, it's a equals 0. No? Okay, so virtual void equals 0. So this means that this class does not intend on using this, but anyone who inherits this class has to use it. So let's try that. Thought that should help. So it can't instantiate. Okay, so I guess I do have to. Where's our base actor? Instantiate Devin. Devin.hydrate. I'll hydrate. So let's just implement it this way. Then we don't need the notify anymore. Get the fudge out of there. So let's see what the problem is now. So now it's not doing that one. And I don't think it's our interface. Okay, so that compiled. Cool. But we're not done yet. So now... let me see what he does. Okay. So we need to also update our notify. Because this tells us to, that's telling us to call the pure. And we need to, so we want it to call both. Or can I make it tell it to do both? So let's see. Can I just say on hit? Okay, let's take that back. Comment it out. Can we say, so it says we could say cast iHero interface. Yeah, you gotta pay for the John Cena noise because it's so loud and disruptive. So what we got? What? Actor. What is it? On hit? No. Oh, I deleted that. Oh my god. I think I could just do hit location character. Let's just see if that compiles. I don't think it will. No. So it's like cast that, then that, so actor. I don't know how to write that correctly. Can I say hero interface on hit? Yes. Why is that not okay? So look at declaration of that. Where is it? Do I have to do two? Hold on. So this is his interface. So he has okay. So it's here we gotta do this pure thing. Okay. So we gotta go something like this. Virtual void on hit. I guess we'll have to say pure equals 0. And then in the notify, you have to do what? On hit pure. Like, I wonder if I can get away with just saying on hit. Let's just compile, see what errors come up. Oh, well, I forgot that. Okay. So can I say like on hit? I guess I'll have to, yeah, I guess we'll have to call it pure. I don't like doing that, but whatever. I guess I have no choice. So then, I don't think we have to implement it in our item base actor. So screw you. Now our interface is good. Attack notify, we'd say pure. And then interactive foliage. We could just get away with saying, well, I'll have to say virtual, I think in both cases. But maybe we don't have to say override. So we have on hit pure. Say on hit pure. And then we do that. We can also say what? On hit implementation. Do that just so it calls this one. I guess we could just print that out so we know what it's doing. Have them both there. Now in our notify, we got that. In our interface, we have both. Let's see. Let's see what the damage is. Damn it. So cannot instantiate abstract classes. So why? So it's an hero base actor. I don't understand this abstraction shit, so give me a break. Like I'm following this tutorial. So does base actor have to include that then? Maybe they do. So, whoops. Oh my god, I'm hitting enter. The void on hit implementation. And then what we need to do. You just need to subclass it? I don't understand that, so. I'm gonna try to learn this on my own Codebreaker, don't worry about it. What is this? Like gotta copy and paste this signature. And then virtual void on hit pure. I'm definitely sure I have to integrate it. So try to give me another error. Now I understand what subclassing is, like in terms of what it being inherited and everything, but I'm not sure what you're talking about in this context. I'm not sure why this is saying it's an illegal, just call the static function. Do I have to say like actor? Do I have to say like execute on hit pure? Don't think that's gonna work. Yeah. So this is just generally confusing me. I don't know why this is not valid. Just consider it like this. In normal class, you declare functions and define them. In an abstract class, you just declare functions. Yes, I know that. Thus, you can't instantiate abstract classes because you may have functions that have been declared but not defined. Well, at this point, that's not a problem anymore. This is the error I'm getting. Illegal call for a non-static member function. UE4 equal plus. Let's see. So I guess I can't call it this way. So do I have to write it? So cast I hero interface. And then actor. On hit pure hit location character. Let's try it that way. Let's see if we're in the money. Yes. Okay. I don't know if this is like the right way of doing anything, but fuck it. The compiles were good. So let's go into our tree. Let's just make sure it has the right class. Test item, yeah. Okay, so it looks like it is spawning. So that's good. I'm curious why. Let me just see if I give it velocity, if they'll actually be given a velocity, because I'm concerned that they weren't hitting the ground. So I'm wondering why now. So it'll spawn 2 now. Is something wrong with the collision? So item. Yeah, it's a thick sphere. I don't know. Maybe yeah, I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't draw it anymore. It's in the notify. But I'm wondering why now the item is not. It's technically spawning, yes, but it's not reacting according to gravity and everything like it was earlier. And like I'm not getting overlaps with it anymore. Is it because I took off tick? But tick was like that earlier and it was working fine. Yeah, it's not tick. Why? So this should still get called. So that's not getting called. Cool. Oh yeah, that's why. You gotta make sure that the right one is the play. Just make sure no specific one is highlighted. All right, so yeah, it's still not getting called. Why is that? So our notify calls the pure function, which is our C++. And then our C++ calls the onHit implementation. And this does get called, but then this doesn't call the blueprint one at all. Is it because, no, I put that back. Where's our interface? Like it's blueprint native event. We made a blueprint callable. Is it because we're not calling the super? Honestly, I don't know. We're just gonna try some things at this point. Figure out where we fail. Because right now I'm just looking to see if that event gets called in Blueprint. So we're still spawning stuff, but this should be a breakpoint. Okay, there's no breakpoint. Fine. Yeah, see? That's what I'm getting confused about. Why is that not getting called? Do I have to event on hit? Event hit. So no. No, that's not gonna work. I guess we also have to call both here. So I think it was what this on hit. It was what execute on hit. What was it? Yeah, it was execute on hit. And then actor, hit location, character. Think. Let's just see if this gets me where I need to be. Is there an infinite loop? Alright, let's stop. I don't get why that's under texture streaming types, but okay. Let's go back into our, it's not our interface, so fuck the interface right now. Hero base actor, it's not gonna be that. So in our foliage, let's not call that. Let's try that again. I have a feeling it's still gonna crash though. Yeah, what the fuck? What's happening with the texture streaming? Let's go back to the notify. Let's put a comment there. Oh boy. Like if this keeps crashing, I don't know what's causing it actually. Something is going on with this like texture streaming thing and I don't know. What the fuck is going on? I did not change something. What is going on? Ah. Yeah, big oof. Um, so it's an F math thing. Is infinite. Um, texture stream, turning off texture streaming. Fuck. Okay, can we go hero dev, hero, config. Which project settings has it? Yes, so game default map. Um, um, UI for INI texture streaming. This is not what I wanted to do today. This is bullshit. Is it default editor? What an unfortunate freaking thing. Can I stop it from crashing? In any way? But I'd like it to not crash. Is there any way to like say, okay, keep going? Yes. Okay. We're good. Okay. So we can just continue past the crash for now. So let's uncomment everything. I'm just like, I didn't change anything to invoke that, you know? So I don't know why it's happening. Yeah, I know it's r.texture streaming. I'm gonna just turn it off in the project settings. I'm just gonna turn it off for now. Or it's just gonna crash my editor. There we go. So I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Well, I haven't changed the number of trees either. Is there a way to change the pool size? Like, or is this all INI files? So it's through command. I don't want to do it through command. I guess I have to do it in INI file then. So enable this. Okay, now it's getting called. Now it's not moving, which I thought I solved. So we don't even want to worry about this. We can check if it's... So is it just getting stuck? So item mesh is set to item. It's set to ignore item and foliage. Item collision. So it's being blocked. Okay. So maybe we do have to do something like this, or we want foliage to block it, but no, we want overlap with that and ignore lance. We want it to ignore pretty much everything, except for hero character. So what is possibly going on? Oh yeah. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. You have to put a line after the deferred thing to activate it, I think. Fuck me, I'm so dumb. Hold on. Just looking back at my own video, hold on. Yeah, I definitely need a hug. Okay. We have to do spawned item, finished spawning, finished spawning. There. So I'm wondering if that's all I was doing wrong as well. So like, do I need to do both? Okay, let's do one thing at a time. Okay. Cool. Alright. So here's our item. And let's go to our tree. So let's not spawn one through the tree. Instead, yeah, let's do the print string. See if it gets called. Now it should be okay. Yes. And we got the hello. Oh! Okay. So we have the option to do some blueprint stuff if we want to, which we probably won't, but whatever. Okay. we're making plays. All right, let's increase the texture streaming pool. Unreal, or UE4, increase texture streaming pool. So here's the configuration. But where do we write this? Which INI file? Okay, there's a blueprint thing. All right, so base scalability.ini. So it's in the engine? Interesting. So hero dev, engine, config, base scalability.ini. Now, should be texture quality. So pool size. Like, should I make this all like 3,000 or? No. Like, there's not much going on here in this scene, you know? So I don't know why it's causing the editor to crash. See? That's weird. Thanks. Yeah, I kept it in the level. As just as a means of YOLO. Let's see. What's the best way to handle it? I'm not sure what the best way to handle it is. Okay, so it says we can do this in our default engine.ini. Hold on, let's try. So not in our engine, but within our project. So hero, config, then it said what? Default engine. Yeah, so here we go, render settings. R dot streaming dot pool size equals what's a good size? Yeah, I know it's an MB, but like I don't know what's a good size. Is it just like 1000 is fine? I guess we'll have to find out. $1K is cool, but not enough. Let's try 4. Like if I have to make it a ridiculous number, yeah. See, it's still going, right? All right, we're gonna try 10. And if this still doesn't work, then either this debug thing doesn't work. Maybe that INI thing doesn't work. Yeah, something ain't right. I agree. Let's look back in our engine config. I think it said what, base scalability. R.streaming. Yeah, r.streaming.pool size. And how did I write it? r.streaming.pool size. Thanks for the follow, Follows88. Yeah, it's not so. I don't think it's the pool. So something else they said. Someone said to pretty much like make a new level. Let's just let's make a new level. Actually, I don't want to make a new level. Oh no. Why is it doing 10,000 actions? Shit, I didn't change anything in here, did I? Fuck. Oh. I think I just saved this fucking engine file. And now it's compiling 11,000 fucking things. God damn it. Yeah, big fucking oof. Now I can't stream tonight because this is gonna take forever. Oh my god. I hate this shit. Well, how do you open that stuff as read-only? Because I definitely need to do that. It's default? God damn it. Well, I don't know what to do now. What an unsuccessful day. I'm so upset. I was so looking forward to working tonight, and then this stupid shit happens. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't want to sit here and watch this compile. Yeah. Fuck. Ugh, I don't know. I'm not in the mood to play games. And also, like, I don't know if I want to play a game while it does it because it eats up a lot of my CPU. See, it's at like 100%. It's taking up all its might to compile. I don't know any Russian. I know 2 words in Russian, and that's chleb and voda, and that's bread and water, respectively. um, yeah, let's see. I forgot where we left off last time. Um, we did functions. I think we did 4 declarations and definitions. Maybe it's programs. Or did we do introduction to local scope? Why functions are useful and how to use them effectively? Yeah, like after a while, you actually have to start trying to program. Like you can't just read and follow along and expect yourself to learn anything. Yeah, maybe UE4 interfaces. So interface classes are useful for ensuring that a set of potentially unrelated classes implement a common set of functions. This is very useful in cases where some game functionality may be shared by large, complex classes that are otherwise dissimilar. For example, a game might have a system whereby entering a trigger volume you can activate traps, alert enemies, or award points to the player. This might be implemented by a React 2 trigger on traps, enemies, and point awarders. So, yeah, we declared that. Yeah, we do that. So the view interface class is not an actual interface. It is an empty class that exists only for visibility to Unreal Engine's reflection system. The actual interface that will be inherited by other classes must have the same class name, but with the initial U changed to an I. So to use your interface in a new class, simply inherit it. So C++ only interface functions. So React to trigger. Yeah. When you implement your interface in an actor class, you can then create and implement override specifically. Yeah. Okay. So this is blueprint only. This is C++ or blueprint. So we definitely fucked something up because I didn't get that finished spawning thing, so I think I did something wrong when I was trying to refactor that, because I wasn't thinking straight. So where are we? Because, like, I guess we can at least read my code. So in our interface, like, we should just need to have this. This should be the only thing we need. I don't think we need this, because it's blueprint callable and a blueprint native event. And this is saying that's so this can be implemented in C++ or blueprint. Does that mean, like, can I have it do both? So functions using blueprint implementable event cannot be overridden in C++. Yeah, so we don't want to do that. So that's blueprint only. So functions using blueprint native event can be implemented in C++ by overriding a function with the same name, but with the suffix implementation added to the end. Okay. All right, so we're 1/5 of the way there in terms of compiling this bullshit. I'm gonna be very upset if it fails to compile. That's where I'm gonna throw something. So I think what we can do, we can get rid of this blueprint pure bullshit, and then here we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this line for the on. We can just get rid of on pure, I think, and we can then move this back up to there, I think. I don't know very much any shortcuts for Visual Studio, or Visual Studio Assist. I think Codebreaker had some. I forget like how to like highlight certain things or move blocks of code and stuff. I don't know the. I should know it better because I use it, but I really don't. Okay, this is implementing interfaces and blueprints. That's easy. Okay, so our plan of action is, so we're gonna keep the on hit pure, but we're gonna comment this line out, and we're going to leave this alone, and then in the actual blueprint we will have that print string for hello. Oh yeah, we also have to fucking figure out this crash crap. That's always fun. Alright, so we added this collision channel. So we're in the middle of converting this code. So we got, so fix, it's not a crash, but it's fix ensure error regarding texture streaming rule size. I don't know. I use Visual Studio, obviously. I don't know about Codebreaker. I feel like it doesn't, like, I don't know how much it matters which IDE you use. Okay. So we're gonna save this into our game development folder, because we'll want to reference that later. I guess we can read a bit about functions. I don't know. Can you guys read that? I'm getting messages on LinkedIn. Oh boy. Oh yeah, and just a reminder for everyone, 2 days to go until the Outriders demo. Make sure you check that out. It's a free demo, available on Steam, Epic Game Store, Xbox, PlayStation, last gen and current gen console, and I believe crossplay is available between. So, show support. Play it. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, that's the game I'm working on at People Can Fly. I can show a quick gameplay of it. Oh shit, sing mode. Okay, here is Outriders. This is what I've been working on for 2 years in Poland. So let's get into some gameplay. This guy's playing Trickster. Let's get further on in the game. Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. We could watch this for a minute or two. Yeah, old movie, old game. Like this is, some older gameplay. So this is Trickster right now. Trickster bends space and time, so you can like move around quicker, deal damage, and revert time and stuff like that. And like you can go back to your previous position with some old skills. I don't want to say too much. I don't know what I can or cannot say. I guess I could say what? Outriders, Trickster, Breakdown?
Power 3.
Yeah, this is
Slow.
Trickster.
This power will create a dome around you that slows down enemies and enemy projectiles, while still allowing yourself and your allies to move at normal speed. Think of it as your own personal bullet time bubble. This is a skill that can be used both offensively and defensively. Defensive. Activate the dome in the middle of a firefight, and you and your fellow Outriders will be able to sidestep any incoming projectiles or melee attackers. You can also use the slow trap to help in resurrecting a fellow teammate if they've been downed in a particular hotspot. Enoch is also home to many different kinds of enemies, and you may occasionally find yourself swarmed by melee attackers or monsters. Activating slow trap in these circumstances can be an excellent way to trap numerous enemies. Move into a cluster of enemies and activate the dome to make them all move in slow motion. Then, go to town. Power 4, Hunt the Prey. When activated, this skill will allow you to highlight any visible enemy. Using the skill once more will teleport you directly behind them, and you will additionally gain a percentage of your maximum health as a shield, whilst also slowing the enemy it's used on. You can instantly warp across the...
So yeah, you'll get that's the basic idea of Trickster. Was there any particular game that was the main inspiration for Outriders? I'm not sure actually. It got inspired for some looter shooters and stuff like that, maybe the looter aspect of it. There was some inspiration from like Destiny and maybe Borderlands and stuff. Yeah. Thanks for the follow. Oh boy, Hito Kiribatosai. I'm sure I butchered that, but thanks. All right, so we're over 3,000. So we're definitely not going to get too far with this compiling thing. So that's very upsetting. So I guess we could just talk and chill. Let's see. Is there anything else anything I want to learn right now in Unreal with C++? I'm sure there is. We still got like 15 minutes to kill before I'll close it out. We'll hang out for like 2 hours in total. Sorry, this isn't as much fun. I'll try to be more careful with dealing with engine issues. Yeah, I know it's not that much fun. Let's see. How old was that book, C++ Primer? I guess I could look that up myself. C++ Primer. Oh yeah, I think I've seen this book. Some other people I know have it. They must update it every couple. So it says 2012. So it's kind of old. Maybe that's an older edition that I looked at. Let's read this page. Why functions are useful and how to use them effectively. So why use functions? New programmers often ask, can't we just put all the code inside the main function? For simple programs, you absolutely can. However, functions provide a number of benefits that make them extremely useful in programs of non-trivial length or complexity. So organization, as programs grow in complexity, having all the code live inside the main function becomes increasingly complicated. A function is almost like a mini program that we can write separately from the main program without having to think about the rest of the program while we write it. This allows us to reduce a complicated program into smaller, more manageable chunks, which reduces the overall complexity of our program. For reusability, once a function is written, it can be called multiple times from within the program. This avoids duplicate code, don't repeat yourself, and minimizes the probability of copy-paste errors. Functions can also be shared with other programs, reducing the amount of code that has to be written from scratch and retested each time. For testing, because functions reduce code redundancy, there's less code to test in the first place. Also, because functions are self-contained, once we've tested a function to ensure it works, we don't need to test it again unless we change it. This reduces the amount of code we have to test at one time, making it much easier to find bugs or avoid them in the first place. How did you increase your code base from 4K to 7K? My God. Like a lot of the tutorials that you kind of learn. Like when I learned some stuff for Pygame and Python in general, they kind of made you do the game all in the main function just to show you how to code, and then they showed you how to use functions and classes and stuff. So that's like the only time you would ever do that, is if you're learning, I suppose. Okay. Let's continue reading. Extensibility. When we need to extend our program to handle a case it didn't handle before, functions allow us to make the change in one place and have that change take effect every time the function is called. Abstraction. In order to use a function, you only need to know its name, inputs, outputs, and where it lives. You don't need to know how it works or what other code it's dependent upon to use it. This lowers the amount of knowledge required to use other people's code, including everything in the standard library. Although it doesn't look like it, every time you use that operator, the less than, or the greater than operator to do input or output, you're using a function provided by the standard library that meets all of the above criteria. Effectively using functions, one of the biggest challenges new programmers encounter, besides learning the language, is understanding when and how to use functions effectively. Here are a few basic guidelines for writing functions. You could try to post a link, Quasi. It's fine. We'll see what happens. So go for it. So the first one, statements that appear more than once in a program should generally be made into a function. For example, if we're reading input from the user multiple times in the same way, that's a great candidate for a function. If we output something in the same way multiple times, that's also a great candidate. All right, so it looks like the link works. Oh, I think I've seen this before, but I never actually read it. Making a level editor, god damn. There's actually a really good YouTube channel and also Twitch streamer, the Cherno. He's making a game engine using C++. I think he calls it Hazel. It's actually really pretty cool. I can barely follow along, but still cool to watch. I might have brought him up in the past. But yeah. I think he worked for EA and then he quit. Let's keep reading here. Code that has a well-defined set of inputs and outputs is a good candidate for a function, particularly if it is complicated. For example, if we have a list of items that we want to sort, the code to do the sorting would make a great function, even if it's only done once. The input is the unsorted list, and the output is the sorted list. A function should generally perform one and only one task. When a function becomes too long, too complicated, or hard to understand, it can be split into multiple subfunctions. This is called refactoring, and we can talk about that later. Typically, when learning C++, you will write a lot of programs that involve 3 subtasks: reading input from users, calculating a value from inputs, and printing the calculated value. For trivial programs, anything less than 20 lines of code, some or all of these can be done in function main. However, for longer programs or just for practice, each of these is a good candidate for an individual function. New programs often combine calculating a value and printing the calculated value into a single function. However, this violates the one-task rule of thumb for functions. A function that calculates a value should return the value to the caller and let the caller decide what to do with the calculated value, such as call another function to print the value. That makes sense. Ow. My knuckles. Okay. I'm gonna call it a night. I don't want to sit here anymore and wait for this. So thanks for watching. Sorry I fucked up and saved an engine file, and now we have to compile it at all. Thanks for everyone who followed today. I appreciate it. Yeah, the Cherno has some awesome stuff on his channel, but I'm not able to. Yeah, I can barely follow along with the Cherno. Like honestly, like maybe 1% of it. So let's go. I'm gonna push this over and raid someone. We're going to go. What's Elos Game Dev? Is that how you do it? I think it's /raid. So let's raid this girl, this woman, and we'll see what she's doing. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a good night.